many of you first film festival ever? It's all right, don't be embarrassed. Fantastic, great, great, great. So I like to describe that if the Oscars are the Olympics of film, then we're one of those regional qualifiers. You have to win act to be able to compete at the Oscars. We're an Academy Award qualifying film festival. And what you're seeing, hell yeah, you guys can keep rooting all night. You're only encouraging me. What you are gonna see over the next 10 days is an incredibly painstakingly sought after and worked over selection of about 200 films, selected from a record number of over 7,600 incredible works of art that filmmakers and artists from around the world have submitted to us, not for some major cash prizes or some kind of crazy thing like that, but to share them with you in Atlanta, which is pretty amazing. And so our team works incredibly hard to narrow those down from 7, that's 2%, right? We would be, that's amazing college numbers, right? To narrow that down to the 200 that we get to share with you. And we do consider what we show a privilege that we have the honor to share with you, our community, those of you who are out-of-town guests. And more importantly, it's not just about seeing the films, which are incredible. It's also about meeting the artists and hearing their stories. It's also about experiencing the incredible, amazing places that you do them. And some pretty awesome stuff. So, years. But we're very excited that we've never been here like this, which is you guys, as a community, are the first group in about almost 40 years that were able to use the balcony upstairs for a combined audience of almost 500. That's right. So the people up there are in for a treat that very few people have done in decades. And that's really important because once upon a time film festivals exist because they were the only ones who had the copy of that film. But today they exist for a very different reason. Thankfully there are more and more people who have the opportunity to make film, but it's harder to narrow that down. But more importantly, as we get more and more connected, but thereby disconnected, and more isolated, and less doing things as a group, as a community, or in a campfire, that this screen is our campfire. And that the more that the world becomes a divided place, that we become united by the stories, by the artists who make those stories, and in the amazing places that we have to show.